Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis updated commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it together. And if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. That's where I dive deeper into all these topics, subjects, individual companies, looking for opportunities, sharing those opportunities with everybody in the community. Spent a lot of the day on Discord with a lot of the guys and girls on Discord, talking about opportunities today. There are a lot of good opportunities out there right now. It's a great time to actually sign up. You can use special as the coupon code. Uh, you get 50% off the first month only on the monthly membership and a $100 discount on the yearly membership. And if you want to swap from a monthly to a yearly, you can use that coupon code, get the full discount, and you can stick around for a year as we take down these opportunities as they come. So let's dive in today, see what's going on, and start with the DXY. So again, this looks strong to me, guys. We're heading higher here. We had a false breakdown where I think a lot of people said, "Oh, we're going to get that weaker dollar," um, but the technical setup had a falling wedge into a falling wedge, and that's most of the time that's a bottom that we put here. And sometimes it can be different bottoming patterns, but most of the time it bottoms and it goes higher. So there we are going higher, and what drives the dollar higher against other currencies is a stronger monetary policy. And I think rates, they're getting forced higher here. So we've got the 2-year yield up 1.5%. Like I said, this looks more like a bottom than a potential break. We've got the pattern, it's a falling wedge. That's if you were to put an average here, it'd be falling. And those are generally bullish and break higher. So I'm looking for a move upwards. That's why I've got the arrow up there. The 10 years doing something very similar, up 0.55% today. And I think I had on a weekly chart there. For some reason, the interest rate charts, they like to take their little time going on here. Anyway, it was up 0.55%. We're squeezing into that pattern, and it generally breaks higher um, as it goes. And I'll just go straight to the 30, and maybe we can get a better load here. 30-year yields were slightly lower, down 0.06. And again, we entered this from the bottom side up, consolidate, and then we usually break higher. So I'm in the camp that we're going to go up. In the short term, it is possible that we get a false breakdown. I'm not saying that I know the future, but right now we were down just slightly. We're still within this bigger pattern. Let me see if I can back out. There it is. There's the pattern. Looking at it from a much grander view, and I think we could go higher, not lower. And with a lot of the charts that I'm seeing, to me, it looks like inflation's kicking back up, not relaxing. So TLT bond prices are flat today, and yields at the 20-year were flat. They were between the 10-year going up and the 30-year that was down. So still in this pattern. The momentum is down. I think that this is down. So generally, when you enter something from the top side down like this, and then you've got this, see how this is a line coming like it's a 45-degree line or so. And then when this is flat and you're knocking on this portion of it, that generally means you want to break lower. If you keep hitting your head on that support. The 2 and the 10, since the 2 was up quite a bit and the 10 wasn't up as much, we're getting yield curve inversion. Inversion, yeah, I know. Not uninversion, inversion. TYX TNX ratio is down today, where the 30-year fell more than the 10-year. So that's a yield curve inversion, not uninversion. Now, gold didn't care. Gold was up. Gold was up $9 an ounce. Looks like a little bit of a consolidation going on here. Not a big deal. I don't see a ton of selling pressure here. Still looks good. Now, could we see rates go up and gold go up? Yes. And that means that people are worried about the bond market, and there's not many alternatives to invest in the bond market. So this still looks very good. Looks like we're putting in a consolidation pattern. Silver's ripping. Silver is ripping. 2.77%. Looks fantastic, guys. We are approaching the all-time highs here, and we could. I mean, we could see some crazy stuff here. So again, I don't know what's going to come. I don't want to get too excited. Don't want anybody to get too excited, but this looks pretty damn good, guys. Platinum up almost 4% today. I changed some of my lines, made it a lot cleaner. This is a consolidation, and we are breaking to the upside. Looks fantastic. Now, platinum is starting to outperform silver. We had a 4% up day in platinum, 2.8% up day in silver. Does that mean something? Well, if it continues, I think we're in an inflationary mix here, and platinum is pricing that in. And remember, we broke a monster pattern in platinum. So I think we could go up here in T minus whatever, 10 seconds. I don't know how many days or how many weeks, but I think we can get up there quick. And then we got palladium up 3%. That's looking good for a nice solid breakout. Here we are coming up above that resistance, and we could start heating up here in palladium. So maybe platinum is going to pull palladium up. It looks pretty good. It doesn't mean that palladium will outrun platinum. What I think will happen is platinum could outrun everything, potentially. And palladium still go up. It just doesn't go up as fast. But again, that's not me stating a fact. That's an opinion. We'll see if it plays out that way. XAU to gold ratio, we are heading up a little bit today, 0.6%. And again, we're in an uptrend. We're coming from ungodly cheap location here. This, I just want to say this, guys. It's such an opportunity on some of these sectors that I'm not sure if we've ever seen gold and silver mining companies this cheap in relationship to gold ever. I haven't looked at like the 60s or before that. I'm not 100% sure, but going back to the 1980s, I mean, we are like dirt cheap. This isn't a time to trade. This is a time to hold on and ride these things. We've got uber strength going on in gold and silver, the physical metals. So I think the miners are I think they're gonna do a big catch-up move here, and then these things can move quick. We were in a company that we recently purchased on the website, was up over 20% today. We have actually multiples that are up over 10% today. Multiple companies. So things are flying. Things are flying. GDX is up 1%. There we are. Still looks good. There's not a ton of selling pressure here, guys. We filled this little gap, and I think we're gonna try to give it a go again. We got GDXJ up 1.3, and again, we're filling these kind of gaps that are left. And SILJ's up 2.5%. Trying to trade this is really difficult because you get short, shallow, swift pullbacks, and then you're off to the races again. So I'm in it. I'm just going to ride this thing. I'm going to ride it for as long as I can. Here's your launching pad. And there we are launching out of the pad. Like I said a long time ago, even back here, I was calling it a launch pad. Crude oil up 0.5%. Why is this getting interesting? Well, we could break out here any second. We're within striking distance of potential breakouts. If you're looking, what happens is your momentum kind of dies, comes kind of stagnant here. This was the Trump pushback. He did a full-on offensive block here and pushed us back into the pattern. But I don't think it's going to hold. I think we're about to rip. That's a big bullish engulfing on the weekly here if we can close tomorrow quite strong. But it's looking good. TTF gas up 3.4. That's breaking out. I'll throw the trend line there. There it is, breaking on out to the upside. So that looks good. Natural gas in America up 2%. We'll see if this bottom can turn around. Again, we'll see. We're coming up into shoulder season where demand pulls back, and now people are looking forward at future weather projections and all sorts of stuff and trying to price natural gas in. Our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, up about 0.6%. That's looking good. We're underneath resistance. This is the resistance line I'm talking about, that one. We're underneath that. We want to pop through that. We could pause here for a teeny bit, depending on what oil does. And that's perfectly okay if we do one of these and then chop on up. But again, it doesn't have to do that. We could blast right through if it wants to. OIH down just a little bit. We're at resistance there. See that little resistance? You can see the wick at the top, another wick at the top. So that's some selling pressure. That means we're at some resistance, and there is some resistance here. And we'll see if we can blast through this. Why do I think we could blast through? There's not a lot of selling pressure through here. You can see the big greens coming through here, the shallow, swift kind of pullbacks. And I think we're hitting up against resistance, and we're going to try to punch through it at some point. Newcastle Coal Futures up a little bit. And again, I think this looks good. I like it down here. Why? Because the bigger picture view, I don't worry about the short term. Base, breakout, retest. I love me some retests. And the equities are already flying higher. So we got that too. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, ripping 3% higher. We're going, guys. We're going to the promised land. Let it take you to the promised land. Uranium futures pricing up, 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 up. This was just a little flag pattern. Let's light it up. Let's light it up. Looking good, looking good. URA up 1.19%. Again, we're not getting, there's no follow through here, guys. The selling pressure. So when we go up, we want to gauge how much selling pressure. So the selling pressure kind of held us down here. And as we go up, you can see the swift pullbacks, and then it reversed. See that reversal today? So if we look at it from like a shorter perspective here, a shorter time frame, you draw like a little downtrend line here. You can see that we were selling off, and then boom, reversal throughout the day. That's a flag pattern. This guy here. And then we broke out again, and we have another flag on top of support. So that's really, really short-term 5-minute chart, but this looks good. And if the sell-offs get bought up that quickly, this could accelerate to the upside. It looks good. Uranium up 3.6%. That's a nice daily candlestick there. So it got sold off and then reversed throughout the day. I can show you what that looks like on the short term here. So here's the sell. You can see the selling pressure here, right here, and then it got bought up, flag pattern, and then broke. So the buyers are there, guys. They want to get into this market. We're breaking through resistance up here. I mean, this is a fly zone here. We could be flying here, guys. Now's not the time to be messing around doing short-term trading. Now's the time to sit tight. URNJ also getting up around this all-time high there, and there's a big bullish engulfing. Nice reversal candlestick today. Very, very nice reversal. Big selling pressure came up. Bam, knocked out flag. Let's go. So that looks fantastic. We're above a lot of support. We are getting to all-time highs here, and the juniors break out last. The juniors have been outperforming, so we are in a bull market. There they are breaking out against URNM. The bottom was right here where it squeezed up. Nickel up 0.6%. This is the time for nickel to get its butt moving. You can see that we're slowly bringing the lows up. So sellers are getting overwhelmed, and I think we could start leaking up higher. Looks good. Copper down a little bit today. We're up against a little bit of resistance. There it is. You can see that wick at the top, a little bit of selling pressure. We got the higher lows coming up. We're going to try to rip this thing, guys. We're going to try to rip through this last resistance and see where we end up. There we are. You can see the lows just coming right on up. Here we go. Here we go. COPX up 0.5%. So what happens is copper may not be breaking out. And a lot of people will say, copper hasn't broken out yet. Why are the equities moving? That's called positioning for it. They're front running it. They're front running the move. We're seeing that across the board in a lot of different sectors. So in order to buy bottoms here, you have to look at multiple things. It's not just one thing or another. Lithium up 1.47% today, looking pretty snazzy. That's a clear bottom here, double bottom, falling wedge, and the breakout on the right-hand side. Little slingshot, nice little slingshot going on right there. That's the ultimate low there. RMX up 2.86%, flying higher, looking good. Volume, good volume coming in. Love it. Let's rip this baby. Iron ore, sideways today. We've been chopping sideways. Squeezy is going to be boom. Usually when you squeeze like this, it's a continuation pattern. You get a nice launch from it at some point. So that looks good. Aluminum at 26.50. Why are we hanging out at resistance support? Well, we're above it. There's that good support zone. We broke out, did a retest, and now let's watch and see if we can break away to the upside. We've got Baltic Dry Index up 1.82, looking snazzy there. Love it. I think we got some more upside potential here. Looking good. Very similar to this move back here, I think is coming. Something like that. We've got emerging markets. Do we have a stronger dollar today? We did. Stronger dollar, stronger yields, a little bit of weakness in emerging markets. But again, we're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend. We're in the bull market. So that looks good. Moo down 1%. We're up against that resistance. We haven't broken out yet. I'm going to leave that arrow there. We'll get it. We're going to get it here. Give it some time. Shoulder, head, shoulder, bottoming pattern. KRE down a little bit. We're still chopping, doing the chop sideways. XHB home builders down a little bit. We have stronger yields, and that will impact potentially mortgage rates. So we'll see what impact that has on home builders, but they're kind of leaking over with the yields heading higher today. Russell 2000 down 1%. That's not a huge selling pressure candlestick. It did not end towards its close, so it looks okay. SPX down a little bit, and the NASDAQ down a little bit too on support. We've got DJT, Dow Jones Transportation Index, chopping sideways. It's been doing that for the past few months. XLI also down a little bit, but chopping sideways, getting some resistance up here, moving sideways. So very big chop here ever since July of 25. We got Bitcoin down 3.6%. We're still above support. Even though we're down today, it's not a day to panic necessarily. But it is a stronger selling pressure day. We're still above that support area. Ethereum down 5.7. Now we're testing that support. So we'll see what this looks like and if there's any follow through. What could cause this to drop? Higher interest rates might. So watch that relationship. MicroStrategy down 7%. Now that's getting some selling pressure. Could this be a Batman pattern? It could be. It could be. I'm not saying it is. We'll see if there's any follow through. And we'll see what yields do. The VIX is up 3.4%, but contained within the rectangle pattern. So that's what we've got for today. Give me a thumb up for the content, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website if you'd like. Special is the coupon code that you can use. We do have a Discord. We've been talking a lot in there today, a lot of us. And that's all I've got for today. So we'll catch you next time. We've got a Saturday Q&A session, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, as a reminder. See you guys.